How are we doing, guys? Are we well? Good stuff, good stuff. A little bit about me to start. My name's Sam. I've got a little 5-year-old. He's not mine, but I've got him. Parents are worried sick. Parents are worried sick. No, he is mine. He is mine. I'm a dad. And being a dad, I spend quite a lot of time at soft play centres. And word of advice for anyone who's planning going to a soft play centre, take a kid with you. They get a bit funny if you turn up on your own. And ideally, it should be your kid as well. But they don't check. They don't check, to be honest. I've started taking my son now because it's just a bit easier on the door. I go to this place in Warrington. It's called The Jungle. It's really good. It's dead big as well, dead big. The jungle is massive. It is class, though. It is really good. It's my favourite place. It's wicked, wicked. No. That's the rest of my act, just lyrics to that song. No, I like going to the jungle because it's got this little indoor football arena. So me and my son were having a little kick around in there, minding our own business. I was winning 74-0. He did have the ball in the goal once, but I did disallow for suspected handball in the build-up. Rules are rules, rules are rules. So anyway, yeah, we're having a little kick around in there, minding our own business. And then one of the other mums comes bounding over and she was fuming. She just kept shouting like, "Your son's kicked my daughter, your son's kicked my daughter." I said, "All right, let's just calm down for a second. What exactly did she say?" She said she was playing football, that boy kicked me, now she's crying, she's really upset. I said, "Okay, I'm going to stop you there. A couple of things, right, before we get too carried away. First of all, it was a 50-50 challenge, ball was there to be won. Second of all, it wasn't my son that kicked your daughter, it was me." And I'd do it again, I would. Because she has to learn, if she's going to spend that much time on the ball, she's going to get clattered. It's a contact sport, it's contact sport. I went to a business networking event recently, and this fella came up to me and asked me what's my net worth. I said, "I don't know, I made it myself." He wanted to buy it. I said, "You can have it for free." He said, "What's the catch?" I said, "Use it as goldfish." I like that joke, but it doesn't really fit in with the rest of my set. A lot of people say to me, "Sam, you seem like a nice guy. Why did your marriage break down?" It's a very divorce-heavy first section, this one. And I say it's very difficult to put my finger on it, to be honest. There's not one specific reason, but there were some cultural differences between me and my wife. She's from a different part of the world. She's from Tanzania, so she's a Swahili speaker. That's her first language. Oh, some Swahili speakers in. You can fact-check this section. No, yeah, so we had these quite cute Swahili pet names for each other. Like, for example, I used to call her Penda, which basically means love in Swahili. It's quite a cute Swahili pet name. In return, she called me Mzungu, which means gangly white man. So the warning signs were there in hindsight. The warning signs were there. But yeah, so I don't want to be one of those acts who just goes around like slagging off their ex-wife all the time. And not just because I'm scared of her. It's because generally it's not a good thing to do. It's a bit of a red flag, isn't it, if you meet somebody out and about who's just talking about their ex all the time. Like a recent example, I was out, met this girl in a club a few weeks ago. And I was chatting to her, it was a bit of a vibe there, it was going all right. I didn't really realise it at the time, but I was spending far too much time talking about my previous relationship. And to be fair to this girl, she was being really sweet, just sort of nodding along for the first 5 minutes, but eventually she lost the patience and she just said, "Sam, look, do you want this lap dance or not?" Stop crying then. You're killing the vibe, you're killing the vibe. Yeah, so I'm single. I was back on the apps for a bit, you know, Tinder, Bumble, Calm, Headspace. Wasn't having much joy on there, so I thought I'd just try and meet someone the old-fashioned way, you know, like my parents did, dogging. They hate that joke. I have to clarify, my parents have never been dogging together. To the best of my knowledge. No, but I did actually meet someone the old-fashioned way recently. I thought my luck had changed. Got talking to this girl. I see her quite a lot. She works in my local supermarket. Well, I say she works in the supermarket. She works just outside the door. She sells this magazine. £5 a copy as well, not a big issue. It's not cheap, it's not cheap. So I thought, I better ask this girl out. I speak to her a lot. I'm spending £150 on magazines here a month. It's not sustainable, is it? It's not sustainable. So I did ask her out, and she bit my hand off, to be honest. She said, "Oh yeah, I'll come out tonight at 6 o'clock. You know, I said, I'll make her dinner." I was a little bit nervous, because obviously I'm not used to entertaining women, but I thought, don't overthink it, just keep it simple. Do the kind of things that...